Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Slam here, back with the 31 reviews of Christmas. And as per tradition, or at least we try here, I decided to review something that's related to Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is an underrated holiday, and, well, yeah, we need more love for the Thanksgiving season. It's most fallish holiday of all time, in my opinion. But before we do that, I'm going to review something that is also very underrated, Friendsgiving. Yes, sir. Now, in case anyone doesn't know or is unaware, Friendsgiving is kind of like a makeshift Thanksgiving where before you go out and spend time with the family, you spend time with your friends, either on Thanksgiving or the days prior to Thanksgiving, during that little nugget of days that you may or may not work or you may or may not have school. And if you thought Thanksgiving was hard to find media for, there's only two things in existence that I can kind of talk about Friendsgiving about. There's the Friendsgiving movie, which, in my opinion, doesn't really necessarily deserve its own review because it kind of sucks. And the one that started it all, Friends. The Friends Thanksgiving episodes. And we're going to dissect them right now. So in case you don't know, Friends is a very popular 10-season show that ran on NBC. Kind of redefined the youth genre, I guess, on television. Big, huge cast, including Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox, Matthew Perry, and Joey, Matthew LeBlanc. Why I named Joey's character? Because he's my favorite character. Even though he got his own show that sucked, he's still my favorite character. It sort of take on the little thing that was going crazy that time, which was the show about nothing. It's a show basically about nothing, just some drama and all that comes from being a youth in NYC, I suppose, in the 90s. And yeah, that's basically the show. There are some great memes that came out of this show, but I'm not really going to dive into that. Well, actually, there's one that we will share later in this review, but we'll just dive into the first episode, and that is Season 1, Episode 9, the one where Underdog got away. This, in my opinion, is the most Thanksgiving-y of the Thanksgiving episodes of Friends. It's all about Monica cooking, basically, and everyone just having to hunker down, basically. They can't go to their families or other friends' Thanksgivings that they had, so they all have to be together. And Monica has to make the food, and they get locked out of the apartment when they try to see an underdog balloon flying away from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And Ross, I guess, finds out that he can sing to his unborn child that is being birthed by his ex-wife, who's now a lesbian. In actuality, in my opinion, they handle that pretty well, especially for the time. Chandler doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving because of his parents' divorce that happened at 9, when he was 9 and all that. And yeah, it's fairly simple and straight to the point. And you know what? I like that. Like, Thanksgiving is pretty straight and to the point. You just have dinner with your family and be thankful for the family that you have. And that's kind of what the Friends kind of do. They have a Friendsgiving. A Friendsgiving, if you will. Next one, we have Season 2, Episode 8, the one with the list. And this is one where, I guess, Ross and Rachel kissed, and Ross has a Asian girlfriend, I guess. I don't even know how he landed her, but whatever. Anyway, so all the guys decide to make a pros and cons list using Chandler's new 500 millibyte computer. And yeah, this didn't age well at all. Anyway, though, so Ross finally finds out that it's Rachel all along, and the other girl should be broken up with, so he breaks up with her. But then I guess Rachel finds the list and gets really mad at him Yeah. And, yeah, everyone is basically taking sides, and yeah, I'm probably with Rachel, because I wouldn't make a list like that at all. And actually, this is the least Thanksgiving episode, in my opinion, because the only real Thanksgiving thing to tie it in is Monica having to make, like, food using Mockulate, which I guess is a meme, and yeah, this is the least Thanksgiving episode of all time of Friends, in my opinion. Anyway, though, onward to one of the most Thanksgiving episodes. It's the one with the football. Season 3, Episode 9. This is the one where everybody gets together for a game of touch football and antics ensue and all that. And you know what? I really enjoyed this episode. I don't know why. Maybe it's because everyone's together, everyone's having fun. They're all centered toward one thing and trying to win this touch football game. A lot of funny things happen in this episode, and I guess this is where Ross and Rachel decided to start dating, because they're all chummy with each other, and you know what? Put a smile on my face. It's a great episode. It's not really a whole lot to write home about. There's a lot of Monica and Ross rivalry, sibling rivalry there. I don't know. I just really enjoy it. Next is Season 4, Episode 8, the one with Chandler in the box. And this is the one where Chandler, I guess, steals Joey's girlfriend, and Joey's really upset. And to prove that Chandler is Joey's best friend, Chandler decides to set himself in a box for 6 hours to think about what he did. And along the way, Monica, while making the Thanksgiving dinner, gets ice in her eye and then falls for the son of her former hookup. And, Ross and Rachel kind of squashing beefs with each other because they broke up and all that, and yada, yada, yada. This is a fairly medium episode of Thanksgiving, in my opinion, because they got a lot of other things going on, but they do actually sit down to watch football, watch the parade. The parade's on in the background. They sit down to eat Thanksgiving. But it's not entrenched in the Thanksgiving folklore, in my opinion. They're doing a lot of other things. They're not focused on Thanksgiving. It's Season 5, Episode 8, the one with all the Thanksgivings, where it's kind of a cut episode, but it's not like a best of scenes type of deal like every show tends to do when they don't really want to hire the writers. They got scenes where they actually do write some stuff, and it's actually fairly decent. It's got some few laughs in there. This is the one where the gang kind of sits down after eating a monstrous Thanksgiving meal and recollects about past Thanksgivings. One in which Chandler reveals why he hates Thanksgiving. A couple where Monica and Chandler meet for the first time. Monica's fat, so Chandler calls her fat. Next Thanksgiving, she's really thin and all that. It's just yada, yada, yada. And him losing his little toe, I think. Like a piece of his little toe, which is kind of funny as a result. And Phoebe, of course, being Phoebe, remembering past lives and all that type of thing. It's pretty funny, It trenches in the Thanksgiving tradition that a lot of people tend to ignore, and that is the awkwardness toward Thanksgiving. Even if you have the perfect family or the perfect friends, you always get a little bit of awkwardness toward Thanksgiving for one reason or another. And this exemplifies it to the nth degree, because they're feeling awkward after sharing the stories, and they felt awkward being in the stories. So, bada bing, bada boom, there we go, done. Next up, Season 6, Episode 9, the one where Ross got high. This is the one where Ross got high. Did you know that? Yeah, I knew it. So this is basically another one of those kind of Thanksgiving episodes. They make the Thanksgiving food, but they don't really do a whole lot other than that. They do a whole lot of other different things where Joey and Ross try to get out of Thanksgiving when they're invited to hang out with dancer friends and hot babes and all that type of thing. Rachel tries to make dessert for the gang and all that, but it goes awry, and Ross is forced to leave. Ross and Monica are forced to reveal why their parents hate Chandler. And yeah, I mean, other than the parents hating someone, it's not really a whole lot of Thanksgiving in here. I mean, yeah, you gotta spend time with people you hate sometimes and during Thanksgiving, but it's very bizarre. It's more like an Everybody Loves Raymond episode and less of a Friends episode, in my opinion. Up is Season 7, Episode 8, the one where Chandler doesn't like dogs, where Phoebe takes care of a dog in Monica and Chandler's apartment, basically, and yeah, it's just that Chandler doesn't like dogs, but the dog warms up to him. It's getting kind of boring now, I'm not gonna lie, kind folks. This is not the best episode, but it's not the worst. It's just meh, it's just kind of meh. And but the next one, which is one that's pretty meme-worthy, other than the one where, let me just think back here, Season 5, Episode 8, the one with all the Thanksgiving. This is the famous meme of Monica having the turkey on her head and all that type of thing, with the glasses and all that, it's hilarious. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Anyway, though, Season 8, Episode 9, the one with the rumor, and this stars Brad Pitt. And Monica encounters a high school friend and invites him to Thanksgiving Day dinner. And hijinks ensue because everyone wants to get with Brad Pitt. And, it gets kind of, interesting. Season 9, Episode 8, the one with Rachel's other sister. Rachel's middle sister, Christina Applegate, shows up to Thanksgiving and causes arguments among the gang. Because, everyone, they got the baby and all that, and and more hijinks ensue. And finally, Season 10, Episode 8, the one with the late Thanksgiving, where the gang convinces Monica and Chandler to host Thanksgiving. However, the four of them end up arriving at dinner an hour late. Now, I know this is pretty hectic, and I got really short toward the end. That's mainly because I thought the last remaining episodes were kind of not... they were getting dry. Let's put it that way. The turkey was getting dry, kind folks, and we don't like eating dried turkey. Some of us do, but I don't. And it's very bizarre. You can kind of tell, the writers were kind of like, okay, there's another Thanksgiving episode, let's do this. And they weren't really developing a whole lot of Thanksgivingness to it. So, yeah, there's that. I don't know. They're fine, but they're not up to par with the earlier episodes. So I would say, let's just rank them, shall we? Let's just rank these episodes real fast, and then we'll call it a day. Get back to Thanksgiving. So I think my least favorite episode is... let's find out right here. I think it's the second episode. Season 2, Episode 8, the one with the list. It's because it mostly has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. It's just Immaculate, and that's it. I know they were still developing their Thanksgiving formula, but it's still just... there's hardly any mention about Thanksgiving. It's just another episode of Friends. And I think my second least favorite would be... Season 6, Episode 9, the one where Ross got high. It's, again, nothing to do with Thanksgiving. It's mostly, just barely anything to do with Thanksgiving. Next one is, Season 7, Episode 8, where it's basically Everybody Loves Raymond episode. It's not really a Friends episode, but it's got some decent laughs, though. Next one is Season 8, Episode 9, the one with the rumor. The next one would be... or actually, let's reverse that. Next one would be Season 9, Episode 8. And then it would be Season 8, Episode 9, the one with the rumor. And then Season 10, Episode 8... finally rounding it out, we got Season 4, Episode 8, Season 5, Episode 8, and Season 3, Episode 9. I love that episode, actually. And finally, the most Thanksgiving episode is the one that started it all, Season 1, Episode 9, the one where Underdog gets away. Anyway, though, guys, what you think of Friends? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Comment, let me know, subscribe, ring that bell. More content coming your way. Get ready for the 31 reviews of Christmas, and hey, take care, guys.